You know, there are certain moments in Emmerdale history that you never forget. When Kane was bundled into that car boot, or when Chrissy set fire to the wool pack. Well, I've got that same knot in my stomach right now because the latest twist with John Sugden, Mackenzie Boyd, and poor Aaron Dingle has me thinking we're on the edge of another one of those unforgettable chapters. Here's what matters. Mackenzie is alive. Yes, after all that cat and mouse with John in the woods. The crossbow, the rock to the head, turns out Mack is hidden away in an underground bunker. Now, I don't know about you, but when that shot aired just before the credits, I actually gasped. I thought, they can't have killed Mackenzie off like that. Not after everything he's been through with Charity, Chloe and Ryan. And yet, here we are. Mack's clinging on, being kept alive in a bunker close to John's childhood cottage, while Aaron, bless him, is completely in the dark. This is where things get properly gripping, because fans are convinced Aaron is going to be the one who uncovers the truth. And if that happens, John's little empire of lies could crumble in the most spectacular way. But before we get too deep, let me ask, do you remember when Aaron first returned to the village years ago, all anger and walls up? The man has always had a knack for spotting when something doesn't add up. He might not show it straight away, but you can see it in his eyes when he clocks that something's off. I've got that same feeling again now, watching him with John. Let's start with Mackenzie. For months now, Mack has had trouble magnet written across his forehead. First he was tangled up with Chloe, then Charity, and just as things looked like they might calm down, bam, John targets him. Now, the way John operates is chilling. He doesn't just lash out in the moment, he sets traps, manipulates, and makes sure no one can easily escape. The scrapbook Mack found in the van, with those strange photos of John and his old army mate Ben, that was the spark. From that moment, you could see the clock ticking down. Mack knew too much. And then, the showdown in the woods. Honestly, it felt like watching a thriller, not a soap. Mack running for his life, John with the crossbow, and then that rock. At the time, I thought it was game over. But Emmerdale pulled the rug out from under us with that bunker twist. Here's the theory fans are buzzing about: if Mack's alive down there, could Anthony Fox's body be too? Remember Anthony? Ruby's abusive dad who ended up dead after that violent confrontation earlier this year. Ruby struck the final blow, but it was John who tidied up the mess. Ever since, his whereabouts have been one big question mark. Viewers on Reddit are fakely certain that bunker holds more than one secret. Some even pointed out how the camera swerved, almost teasing us with what else might be hidden. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if John's keeping more skeletons, literal ones, locked away. Now, this is where Aaron comes in. The poor bloke has just married John, thinking he's found someone steady after all the heartbreak. But the cracks are already there. Did you notice in Friday's episode how Aaron hesitated before agreeing to stay at John's childhood home? You could see the wariness flicker across his face. It's classic Aaron. Torn between wanting love and safety, and knowing deep down something doesn't smell right. Fans are already predicting he'll follow John one day, maybe when John sneaks out to tend to Mack. And that's when it all comes out, and Aaron finding Mack chained up underground, weak but alive. The betrayal would be unbearable. And here's the kicker. Aaron's own history with violence and secrets means this could push him to breaking point. He's been the victim, the protector, the one who lashes out. And now, if he discovers the scale of John's crimes, I can't see him walking away quietly. There's more. Remember how John framed things with Nate Robinson's death? That whole storyline isn't finished. Mack knows John was behind it, and if Aaron puts 2 and 2 together, the fallout in the village could be catastrophic. So where does this leave us? Mack is alive, yes, but for how long? John clearly doesn't want him running free. And if Anthony Fox is buried nearby, then John's darker side is only just scratching the surface. I can see 2 possible routes from here. 1. Aaron does follow his gut, discovers Mack, and finally blows John's crimes wide open. 2. John manipulates Aaron so deeply that Aaron starts doubting himself, almost like gaslighting, and that delays the truth even longer. Personally, I'm rooting for Aaron to be the hero in this. After years of trauma, he deserves a moment of strength where he unmasks the villain. And the idea pulling Mack out of that bunker alive, well, that would be proper Emmerdale drama, wouldn't it? Let me throw another curveball in. What if Mack manages to get a message out himself? Maybe he finds a way to scratch something into the walls, or leave a clue behind that Aaron stumbles across. It wouldn't be the first time Emmerdale's done a secret clue reveal. Remember when Emma Barton's lies started unraveling bit by bit? Those kinds of breadcrumbs keep viewers hooked. And while we're at it, let's not forget Ruby. If Anthony's body is indeed hid out of that bunker, the truth about her role could resurface too. That would reopen wounds for her, Steph, and everyone who thought the chapter was closed. Bottom line, this is one of the wessiest, tensest storylines Emmerdale has thrown at us in ages. It's not just about Mack and John. It's about how far the lies stretch, how much Aaron can endure, and whether the truth can stay buried forever. I'll say this. When the reveal does come, it has the potential to shake the village in the same way as the big legacy storylines we still talk about: the plane crash, the Houghton bypass explosion, the Sugden fire. This could be one of those moments. So, what do you think? Is Aaron going to be the one who uncovers the bunker and finally exposes John? Or do you reckon John's got a few more tricks up his sleeve before it all comes crashing down? I'd love to hear your theories in the comments. Do you think Anthony Fox is hidden down there as well? Or is that a red herring to throw us off? If you've enjoyed chatting about the madness in Emmerdale with me, don't forget to like, drop your thoughts below, and subscribe so we can keep following this roller coaster together. Because if the last few weeks are anything to go by, the drama is only just beginning.